What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we have a new event that has arrived, and this is actually a pretty cool event. Now, we're going to be able to get 50 tokens every single day. This just started today, and it's going to last for 14 days. So you're easily going to be able to get enough tokens to get the best rewards in here. Now, as far as what is the best rewards, that's just a matter of opinion. But, I mean, you got the Premium P card, which is always awesome. This is something that I'm definitely going to go for because I need to improve my cards. You got the Dimension CTP Dimension Chest. I really wish this wasn't a random thing. I wish this was a selector. That would make it so much better and so much more valuable for players. It's still good because, I mean, even if you don't get the CTP that you want, you can use it as fodder if you are reforging CTPs. The problem is a lot of players don't really reforge CTPs. They're not into it. They don't believe in it. They don't think they should do it. And yeah, I can definitely sympathize with that. And then for early, newer players, the Tier 2 Mega Advancement tickets actually going to be really good for them to take character all the way up to Tier 2 automatically. And then we have something that's pretty freaking amazing, which is an artifact selector. And this is nice, man. You can choose the artifact that you want. And this is something that Netmarble, I hope they do more of this in the future because this is nice. And hopefully they add more artifacts because if you notice, there's an artifact that's actually missing from here that's quite valuable. And I'm pretty sure all of you already know which one it is. Where's Wolverine? I am very disappointed that they don't have Wolverine in here. He is by far one of the most popular characters in all of Marvel. And a lot of players have him at Tier 3. They're using him. He's still really good in PvP, and he is an ABX meta. But his artifact would be gives him that undead passive and makes him godly in PvP. And it would have been nice if that would have been here for the players that don't have that artifact. I think it's kind of crappy they didn't put it in here. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still a really good event, and I'm really happy to see all these other artifacts in here. But you're going to find a lot of these artifacts that are in here you don't really want to go for because you can actually get them from other places in the game. For example, all these Eternals. I mean, you can farm for the Eternals in the Heroes United. If you have this unlocked, you can farm for these characters in here, right? I mean, you can farm for Cersei, Makari, right? For Gilgamesh, Thena, all these characters you can get from here, right? Icarus. Right, thank you for the subscription. So you're not going to want to really pick that one at all because you can always get it from the Heroes United. Now, granted, you know, it is an RNG crapshoot as far as getting them, but you will be able to get them eventually. I think I've gotten all of them already, so I wouldn't go for those at all. And then you have the other ones like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, a lot of players already got from a previous event that we had not too long ago where we spent maybe a couple million gold and we're able to get that artifact for free. And it was a 4-star artifact. So a lot of you already have the Spider-Man artifact. If you don't have it, it's still a good artifact to pick up for Spider-Man. You know, the missing attack is really, really nice. But if you already have it, which I imagine a lot of you already do, then obviously you're not going to go for that. And then you have characters like Black Cat who, I mean, they don't have an awakened skill. They don't have a Tier 3. So it's kind of useless, to be perfectly honest. And you have other characters that just don't have that good of effects on their artifact. I mean, you got a character like Heimdall who, I mean, his effect is good because it actually gives him a heal. But he's really not the strongest character in all honesty. And his heal is only going to come I think every 30 seconds. So it's not really the greatest for him. Colossus, I mean, maybe his would be okay. Ultron, you definitely don't want to go for Ultrons because, I mean, you can pick up Ultrons actually from World Boss. I mean, it's a first clear reward when you clear certain stages in World Boss. So you don't want to go for that one at all, right? So that eliminates a lot of them that you can choose from in here. Again, I really wish they would have had Wolverine in here. In my opinion, guys, the top two would be Hela or Emma Frost. Those would be the top two in my opinion because Hela actually gives you the undead passive. It makes her so much better and really more of an annoyance in PvP. A lot of players use her for her uniform effect that increases and decreases damage received from superheroes. And there's a lot of superheroes in PvP. She is a god, and she has a great leadership for characters with energy attack. And Emma actually can reflect damage. That is OP, especially for a character that's so strong in PvP already. Having this artifact for her would be godly. So I mean, personally for me, guys, Emma and Hela are the two tops. I mean, Mr. Sinister, he does have an undead passive, but I mean, you could pick it up, but he's really just going to be more relevant in Alliance Conquest. But I mean, if you're hardcore in Alliance Conquest, I mean, having the undead passive on will be really good. But if you don't have the undead passive for Hela, then I would personally, I think you would go for Hela. And the other thing to think about is, what characters do you have at tier 3 or Awaken? Maybe that's a guideline you want to go by as well. Like, all these artifacts that you can actually farm, like Ultron, the Eternals. If you already had Spider-Man, you're not really thinking about them, but other characters that you have tier 3 and Awaken, maybe you'd want the artifact for them. And obviously, if it's your favorite character, you're going to want to maybe get the artifact for them anyways, even if it doesn't make them that much better. Adam Warlock does have a good artifact that gives him a nice heal, the Wolverine effect, and that is sweet, and it would make him better in PvP, and in all honesty, it would make him better in PvE as well. But compared to Emma and Hela, I just think those two are the best amongst all of these, at least in my humble opinion. So, I mean, if you're going to go for an artifact, those were the ones that I would choose. I mean, the fact that they have Echo in here is really a joke. Just like Black Cat, she doesn't have a tier 3 or Awakened skill, which is just dumb. So, I mean, I would never go for those artifacts. There is that possibility that, they'll get an Awakened skill in tier 3 in the future, and I'm sure they will, but God knows when that's going to happen. I mean, who knows whenever that's going to happen. And in all honesty, guys, I would definitely go for the artifacts that I already mentioned, Emma and Hela. I just think you're way better off to go for those. And you can also get this icon for Adam Warlock, which is pretty freaking sick. It looks awesome. Then, of course, books and CCF and so on and so on and so on. I mean, the best rewards, obviously, are going to be the P card, the CTP, the Mega Advancement Ticket, and that artifact, man. And if you're trying to decide, should you go for the artifact or should you go for the P card? Personally, guys, it really depends on where you're at in the game. I personally will go for the P card because I'm actually going to make a purchase, and that way I can actually get Emma's 4-star artifact. That's what I'm going to do, but I realize a lot of you out there, I mean, you're free to play. You're not going to be able to do that. So it's really up to you as far as what you're going to get. At least with the P card, you can always use those things for crafting your cards to get better cards, get better stats on your cards. Whereas with the CTP Dimension Chest, it's an RNG factor. You might not get the CTP that you want. Again, you can use it. If you don't get the one you want, at least you can use it as fodder. But if you're not into reforging CTPs, then I might skip that and maybe just go straight for the P card. And if you're a brand new player, then maybe the Mega Advancement Ticket would be a good choice, although I think the P card might be a good choice for you too. I mean, it's really a matter of opinion on which one of these is the best, because when it comes to the artifact system, really for PvP is really where it counts. So, I mean, again, if you don't care about PvP, then I would easily go for the P card, the Dimension Chest, or the Mega Advancement Ticket if you're an early player. So let me know in the comments, which one of these things you're going to be going for, which reward you're going to try to get. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.